Sterling, just double checking to make sure that I am live here on YouTube and that my audio is working. It seems to be good. We're going to keep our fingers crossed today. The last time I was trying to live stream, I've been having some camera issues, which are fixed, but last time I was trying to live stream, I had so many drops in the stream. You know, it kept freezing up, it kept closing, it kept logging off, all that sort of stuff. So fingers crossed today that's going to be okay. I do have 2 internet access points working at the same time right now. One for monitoring the channel, try to make sure nothing's happening, and then one to feed the stream out on. Right. So we're finishing the first family home here in San Sequoia. Now, this was the empty lot here in the last neighborhood of San Sequoia that I have left to rebuild. We've got a lot done on this house, as you can see, and I have a lot of ideas I've been thinking about since that stream. I'm going to implement right off the bat, right? There's a few things that we left at the end of the last stream that kind of need to be finished up, so that'll be on the list right off the bat. I don't know if I love the green. I've gone back and forth with that color. And I've looked at some of the colors, over here. I don't know that I love them either, so we'll see. I did want to do something kind of different, and I was thinking of kind of a hunter green, something like that. But so far, I couldn't find anything, right? I couldn't find anything that really worked. So we have what we have. What we also have is my family here, Reg, Max, Grant, and Hooper, my primary RM Cascadian family, and their pets. The cat is Will, and the dog is Alex. I can never remember the dog's name. Dog's name is Alex. We're going to, right off the bat, this is where we kind of ended. I had put in a laundry room here on the second floor. Even though we're not working with the Laundry Day pack, we are only working with Growing Together, Parenthood, and Base Game. But even still, I went ahead and put in a laundry room space for future use, and I will probably adapt it and put a laundry room there. But we need to fix the roof in that case. And then once we fix the roof, this looks a little wonky, doesn't it? It looks a little strange, but we really don't even need that now. We can put office. It's really large, family room back here on the back, a sort of garden type family room. But even still, we're going to make this living room a little bit larger. We're going to extend the wall out like that. And I do think that will help. I think already just that one more square of space kind of gives us the visual room that we need so it doesn't feel so crowded. And the office still has plenty of room. I mean, it is just an at-home office, and they're usually pretty small. We haven't done a whole lot of clutter here yet. I'm trying to keep the price of this place. Well, I was trying to keep it at around $60,000. Right now, it's reading $57.20. I don't think that's right. Is that right? I thought it was higher than that. Yeah, see, right here when I go to save it, okay, it's reading that cheaper amount because I moved a family in. And it always is that weird sort of amortization, I guess you call it, or whatever, where it decreases in value, right? And so it's reading 57 here on the screen, but if we uploaded it, it'd be 62,000 right now. I really wanted to keep it at 60. That's not going to work. There's too many things I still want to put in there. So now I did some comps, right? I did some comps in the neighborhood, and I looked at the prices of the other housing around here that's available to look at. And I think that we can get away with spending $75,000 for certain, and maybe upwards of $100,000. There's a house in this neighborhood that's $100,000, and we're going to have a pool. So I do think the comps, the comps for the real estate do kind of check out. And this is definitely a move up house. This is not a starter home. This is a move up house. We will be doing a starter home, but this is not it. So, right now, we've made these couple of little changes. Let me take a look here and see where we are. I could use some more stuff for the bedroom. You know what I'm going to change real quick? This has kind of bothered me too, is this setup here for this bedroom. I think, and these are standing in these sort of cabinets, these wardrobes. They're standing in as closets, right? So I'm not using the get together pack. So this is where that sort of closet would go. Or if I had Dream Home Decorator, this is where as I kind of stated when we first started. And then we've got like a little kid's room here, like a toddler's room. They share a Jack and Jill bathroom, as they kind of call it. It's not a true Jack and Jill because I don't have two sinks lined up here. Usually a true Jack and Jill would have two sinks and in a bathroom. But we can't afford the space or the money for that, so we're not going to have two. And then we have the master bedroom. Master bedroom, we could also do like, I guess, some place to sit, a kind of seating area. We have a closet over here. This is our stand-in for a walk-in closet. And then our master bath. So let's work first here today on maybe the family room. Now, I do keep trying to check my stream a little bit. I got to remember to keep looking over there. Hopefully, I'm not going to lose it, you guys. The internet in my area has been really spotty. We've had a lot of storms. That could be part of the problem. We're still having storms today. I live in Oklahoma. This is our stormy time of the year. And so, yeah, I mean, that might be playing into it a little bit. I'm a little bit at a loss with this room. I originally thought about putting a dining area in there, but it just seems like thoroughly unnecessary. We have a dining room right here, and it's right off the kitchen, so it's not really a formal dining space. So my thought is just to make this just for fun, like a fun room, and I guess I had a table here originally, and then I took the table out. So I'm gonna let's take our packs here. We're using Base Game. We're using Growing Together, and we are using Parenthood. And let's see if we can put together some place in here to watch TV, and some place in here to maybe play games and hang out as a family, put together a puzzle, something like that. We also have an exit out here to the backyard where there will be a pool and maybe some sort of kids' toys, like a toddler slide and maybe a swing or something. Over here with the half bath, the sort of guest bath, it has an exit onto the outside. That way, if you're outside at the pool, you can come around and use the half bath without going through the house. And if you're out here working, we're going to put a little garden area back here. In fact, we might do that right now. We're going to put a little garden area back here. So if you're working in the garden, you can come in and kind of clean up as well, real quick and easy, without going through the house proper. And that is a good place to start. Let's start there. Let's grab some of our containers. We're going to just do a nice little container garden back here. I think that's probably enough. I feel like maybe I could put more in, but do we need more? Not really. I would like to find like some decorative items to kind of give the impression of like a place to work out here, right? So I don't really know what we've got that is within these three packs. I'm trying to think, is there anything that's going to jump out at me as part of these packs, the packs that we're working with, that would kind of suffice as an outdoor sort of table? Because I'm kind of thinking of like, the floral table where you do floral arrangements, but that's from Seasons. So it's off the table. That table is off the table. Let's see here. Let's look through this stuff. There could be something through here maybe. We do have this lovely arbor. I do like that. We might use that over by the pool. Maybe, maybe not. Well, I like that one too. That's one of my favorites. So big. So big, though. I don't know. This yard's not that big. This is just a 30 by 20 size lot. So we don't have a lot of space here. And I'm not seeing anything that's going to like really do it for us. I could put a dresser or a table out there, of course. Of course, I got to keep an eye on the money. You know how much money we've got to deal with. So let's wait. Let's just stop now there. Let's not worry about that for the moment. Instead, we'll grab, I mean, we've got our garden stuff out here, right? That's good enough. We've got our garden stuff right here. It's good enough. It works. One thing we can do to kind of dress it up, I guess we could do this real quick. It's going to be right here. Let's put a hose out here, right? Because that's going to make it definitely look like it's kind of set up for a garden. And I suppose, depending on how much money I have left, I might put, one of those little rickety looking tables out there or something and throw like the little and stuff like that right here. Do these actually work? Do they work? I don't think they work though, right? They're just decorative. I'm going to set them out here, but I do think they're just decorative. I've been playing the new pack, but I have to admit I'm playing with an infant. So I've used the infant stuff and I haven't really used any of the older kind of stuff, right? I know there's a frame that you can put a puzzle into, but I don't know I don't know how it works, I guess would be the way of putting that. I don't really know how it works. Let's see here. What do we got? We got a symbols box. That's going to be a game. That's going to actually work because it's here in activities. We've got a puzzle box. That's going to actually work because it's here in activities. So that's two things. That's two things from the new pack right off the bat. Super happy with those. We'll go with those. Let's grab a fishbowl for this room as well while we're here in activities. And let's grab the ever popular smart speaker. I don't know, $730? My gosh, that's expensive. Okay, we're going to get one, but I might have to put that back. I might have to decide that costs too much, and we'll have to put that back. We've got the blocks tray or party table. I feel like once upon a time, this didn't work. Right? Like it didn't work for toddlers or something. And so I would like to put it out here maybe for toddlers, but I don't know. Let's just wait. Let's wait on that. Because I don't want to try to deal with it at the moment. We have a symbols tile tray, right? Do we need a bunch of those? I don't know. What's this? Is this these are symbols tiles. These are puzzle pieces. Oh, you know what? So I shouldn't need that, right? No, I shouldn't need that. I think I've got some debug items out here. So, okay, I've got the game and I got the puzzle. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. And let's put together a little area to watch TV and a little area. Can I move that? Why is it not? Whoops. Oh, shoot. What did I do? Okay. Can I not move those? Am I missing something? I'm missing something, aren't I? I can move that and that. So I'm missing something. I guess maybe, I don't know what I feel like. Is there a special table? Is it just part of this table? Because if we've got the game and we've got the tiles, then it has to work. I don't know. This, like I said, this is going to be my feather. Let's see here, chair-wise. We've got these. I think these come in orange, yeah. So let's put these orange chairs around it. It's kind of a very, like, 1960s looking kind of set. Kind of. A little bit different, but kind of like that. Let's put that there. I wonder if I can do both puzzles and games on it. Do. I'm thinking about putting maybe a wall there. I don't want to seal off the kitchen too much from the family room, though, but then we could put shelves here and kind of put these boxes maybe on them. I'm going to go into live mode. I'm going to bring my family in here. Let's bring Max. Come here and sit, Max, and then... Oh, play symbols. Haha, there we go. Change game, play symbols with. But how do we do... Now, how do we do the puzzle, right? I don't know. It's not with those, that's for sure. So, but we're partially there. And we can change the game, it says. We can change it to sabacc or cards or puzzles. Okay. Okay, so now I know I know how this works. That's a little bit better. My family might as well still come in. Let's bring Hooper in here too. I don't know if Hooper can play. Can he play? No, because he can't get in a dining room chair, right? That's right. So he can't play. He does not get to play. But we're going to have him come in here and maybe make a mess because he's mad that he doesn't get to play. Yeah, let's do that. Come in here and make a mess, Hooper. That'll teach the game a lesson. Okay, let's see here. I've not seen them play symbols before. I'm going to just take a quick look at it. That's very cool. It's kind of like Mahjong or something, I guess. Okay, so that works. That's what I needed to know. That's good to go. Now, let's take a look at putting some sort of TV in here. I hate to block any of the view, and that's the only bad thing about doing a sort of garden style room like this is, then when I put furniture and stuff in, it can like kind of block the view out the windows, but we don't have to. One thing we could do, let me think about this for a second. We could go ahead and we'll move this table eventually over here. And let's build kind of a half wall, like a pony wall here. We're going to go with this height to begin with. Maybe like that. Like so. I still haven't put any color in here yet as far as like paint and stuff goes. I'm going to need to one of these days. For now, we're keeping it white just to keep it easy. Okay, now I don't have Dream Home Decorator, or I'd probably just do a sectional style sofa here. Let's grab a TV. Let's go ahead and do that. And if I had the money, I would probably do a TV on each side of this wall. So if you're playing games, you can see the TV, right? But I don't think we're going to have that much money. We'll see. We're up to 60,000, it says, 60,700. So we'll see. We'll see. No, that's the wrong one, isn't it? I got to look this way to actually see the real. Yeah, we're up to $70,000. We're up to $70,000. So we're going to hold off on that second television. Let's grab a little furniture here. Since we only have Growing Together and Base Game and Parenthood to deal with, we're going to make a pretend sectional, which has been done now just forever. Everybody does this build-wise, but we'll put together kind of a pretend sectional here. What have we got to work with? This usually works pretty well for that sort of setup. This illumination sofa. What else do we have here? Not a lot else. Now we had this, and I do like this a lot. I have done something before like this, you know. Now, the bad thing is there's a ton of stutter, but we can fix that. We can fix that with the tool mod here in a little bit. It looks okay. It's not really where I'm headed. Let's take that out. We could do it like this, but we're not going to have a lot of extra seating with that. That's a cute sofa, though. I do really like that from Parenthood, so I'll give it that. I do really like it. What I'm thinking is we'll just go with this. I was thinking of doing orange so that it would match this, but we'll probably do red or just white, maybe. White seems like a dangerous color with kids, doesn't it? Yeah, so Let's do white. Let's do white anyway. And then we can grab the matching love seat in white and kind of put them together like that. And we're not even getting a whole lot of stutter off that right now, which is amazing. Set it like this a little bit. We'll still go in with the tool mod, though, and kind of touch it up a little bit. Put in I guess we could put in a table in here. I kind of wouldn't mind that being a little bit bigger, that space. But if I move this over here, is it going to throw off that window? No, seems okay. So I guess we could do that. And then maybe we could go ahead and just grab 2 of these sofas so we have more space to sit down. More like a true sectional, you know? There's that stutter. There's the stutter I was talking about, but that's okay. We'll fix that here in a second. And then I guess we could move this here, right? Kind of over by the door. And then maybe put like a little place to play with toys and stuff over here for the toddler. Let's grab a quick toy chest for him. Or maybe one of the doll houses, maybe. I think we'll do a toy chest. Let's look at this new one here. That's kind of cute. Let's put that back here. Oh, well, I don't know. Do we have one in white? Let's try to keep the room sort of close. Yeah, we got it in white. So that's a cute little set there. It's really cute for a little boy, I think. I mean, from a traditional standpoint, it's got trains on it, right? And I say that mostly because my son loved trains. I don't know. Probably little girls love trains too. My son loves trains, so a lot of times when I see trains, I associate them with my son, right? Because that was his huge focus as a little kid, was trains. He still loves trains. I do too. He and I take trains sometimes for travel, and we really do have a great time with it. Let's see here. We could put in a big table like so. I think that's almost too big. We do have this one, which is octagon, comes in white, also kind of way too big. Let's not use those. We've got this new thing, which I love. I mean, it's very quirky, right? But I do really like it. So let's do it, and let's see here. What colors does it come in? It comes in brown and tan. Tan's not bad. Comes in a blue, kind of like that blue to match with the kitchen there. Let's go with the blue. We'll put a blue there. That stutter is going to make me a little crazy, so let's just go in real quick. Hopefully I've got tool mod installed here. I do. Hooray. Sometimes when they update, I forget, and oh shit, I shouldn't have had Hooper go make a mess. I don't want to clean that up. I mean, at first it seemed like a good idea. Now I'm thinking, yeah, I shouldn't have had him do that. When we're going to fix the stutter, we just need to make one of the objects a little bit smaller than the other objects. You can see here I'm making it 1/100th of a percent smaller. Really just not hardly anything. You can't tell that it's changed the size of the sofa, but just that little small amount smaller than the other object means they now no longer intersect on the exact same coordinate. So we don't get the stutter, which is great, right? Let's see if, let's see here. Let's send him in here to discipline this child making a mess. I think I have to wait till he's done making a mess. Is that correct? Probably. How do I stop him? Stop. Give a talking to. There we go. Let's go give him a talking to. And This sim is already interacting with the mess. I love that. This mess is already busy being used. Reg, I said go give him a talking to, not sit down there and play that game. Let me just stop him. Here we go. He's having such a good time. I hate to stop him, but we're going to have to get on this build. Let's send, clean that up. Oh, look at that face. Oh, he's just trying to make art. Yeah, and dinner at the same time for everybody, mind you. See, he couldn't play this game, but what he was doing, that was for everybody. Okay, so let me get back to building here. Let me pull this over here like so. That's pretty good. You know, I think we could go ahead and take out this wall. Maybe might give us a little bit more room visually, and then maybe shrink that down a bit like so. They're not huge on TV. You know, they like to get together and play games and hang out as a family. That's what we're going to say is going on here. Let's take a look at our shelving units. Probably none of the shelves will hold those boxes. They're probably not big enough, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try it. Let's see here. Let's sort out our packs again. What do we have to work with? There's a really great new shelf with the new kit, the new greenhouse kit. It's really, really nice. I really like it a lot, but we're not using the new greenhouse kit. So we're not going to use that shelf, but I do really like it. Now we have this. It's too big for the area we're dealing with. It might work under here, though. It's kind of a little sort of quirky shelf area over here by where Hooper's going to play. Maybe. Maybe not. I'll think about it. Now, our other shelving options are not a lot. We have that. I guess we could put that up there, right? Comes in kind of a white. Let's take that out. We've got this shelf, but I just don't think these are going to fit there. Maybe a bookshelf would work. We got that thing. They do kind of work there. Now I'm surprised. They do kind of work there, though. Let me make them a little bit smaller like that. Yeah, actually, that's not bad. Okay, so we've got that. That's not a very fancy shelf. I mean, it's not my favorite, right? But it does work. And we could maybe put a little table or something under it. Let's see here. I'm kind of torn with whether or not I want this room to match really well with the rest of the house, or if it can just be kind of a, you know, an amalgamation of all the different sort of things you collect over the years. Because a lot of family rooms aren't necessarily real matched up, you know, they're kind of much more casual than that. Let's go with that. And we could put something up here as well. I don't really know what. And at the moment, again, because we're probably really running up the money here. Let's see. $72,000. Yeah, we're really running up the money. I'm going to hold off because I do want to put a rug here real quick, and that's going to cost, you know, several $100s. And I still need to do the landscaping outside, especially the pool area. That's not going to be cheap, right? So let's take a look at our rug choices. We have this new sort of rug here. This is a really cute, you know, version of that rug, I think. I mean, obviously these are pretty kitty style, right? So let's see, here's the rug from the new pack. I used this in the formal living room already. And even though I kind of like it, I just don't think I really like it for in this room back here. Let's see. We have that. I mean, we could do that, right? I may not. I don't know. I mean, God, that's so expensive, almost $1,000. I know it's too big. I'd have to shrink it down as well. But this is a pretty good option, right? Something like that, or we could turn it lengthways like that. I wish it was not so expensive. I might turn this lengthways too. We could also put this over here. And there is that new small table, right? This one. Could put this out here maybe. For now, that's going to do. I have to admit, I am not super in love with it. Go something a little bit darker there. Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll go with light. I don't really love that shelf. I mean, I have to, own up to the fact that it works. It works to hold those items, but I don't love the way it looks. I might swap that out. But we've got our rug there. Let's take a look at our backyard and see what we can manage to put together here for a reasonable price. We have this gray swing set, and I do love that. I really would like to keep it. Let's see. We could use some furniture out here, of course, and some loungers. Is this our only swing set? I think so. It is the one that came with the new pack, though, so let's stick with it. We're going to do this swing set back over here. I don't know. Let's see what kind of colors we got going for it. Oh, that's cute. And it matches the outside of the house, right? We also have that, which I don't really see the green on it there, but oh, it's got green flags. Let's go with the white. The white matches the rest of the house there. I also want to bring in a little toddler sort of play, like a little slide for the toddler. And maybe a little pool for the toddler. It's obviously not here at this stuff. Let's look under the kids stuff. Oh, shoot. Is there even a slide for the top? Yeah, there is right here. As I say, I was a little nervous because I thought, I'm only using 3 different packs here. Maybe I don't have a pack with a toddler slide in it. That would be a distinct possibility since I'm only using 3 of them. But we've got this little one here. So that's cute. We'll go with that. Let's make sure. I wish it came in a white to kind of match. It doesn't. It does come in a yellow, which is really pretty. Oh, and I like that. That's kind of like a little, like an orca whale, Let's go with the blue one. We'll go with the blue one. That's like the baby whalebert, right? And I don't think I have a swimming pool for a toddler because that is part of a different pack. So yeah, we're not going to really be able to have a pool for him. Well, no, that's just a sculpture. Okay. Okay, well, that's fine. We've got that. That works. Now let's put in a pool though for the family back here. Something kind of simple. We don't have a lot of yard space to put in a pool really, but I think something kind of like, we don't have a lot of money either for a pool, but something kind of like that. And then maybe, oh, let's draw it in like this a little bit. So it gives a feeling that there's like there would be steps down into the pool, you know, it's sort of a gradual descent to the pool. It's not really the case because we don't have that set up in the Sims, but it'd be a nice look, a nice pretend look. Let's put that there. Again, I don't have a lot of money, but I'm going to try putting at least a couple of pool lights here. This family is just moving up, and maybe they're living a little bit above their means, but they're so excited to be in this new house. Of course they are. Super, super excited. Let's see here. We're going to use this new tile. Let's use it in, there's a blue, right? Well, that's kind of blue. Let's use that. And then we'll grab a matching tile from the wall selection as well. Like that. So now we've got a nice pool in place. We're going to go ahead and use these brick pavers to... I kind of hate to fill all this in, but I guess we're going to. I mean, ideally, I would normally leave a sort of little earthen berm here, you know, around the pool for landscaping. But we don't have a lot of space to kind of play around with in that regard. So we're not going to do that. And this should be enough room. Maybe we'll put a little... It's not a lot of room. I mean, I'm starting to say it should be enough room. It should be enough room. You know what we can do? We can move the tree. Let's move the tree back a little bit. The tree does not have to be out in the middle of the yard like that. We'll do it like that. And we'll move this back a little bit, not too far. Move it back there, and we'll move this right here. And then maybe we can go ahead and gain one more tile. And I think that will give us a room here to put like an outdoor table and chairs and maybe, what do you call those things? A lounger, or, you know, we could put in a grill. Yeah, let's put in a grill real quick. I like this one and it's cheap, right? So let's go with it. Let's pull this out. Be very cute. Super cute here. We will put it... Put it over here by the fence, I guess. And we need mark all of our things on here again. I think we're going to have to go with base game on this if we're going to put a patio table out here. Something kind of like that, you know. We're going to need some sort of chairs. Will these work with that? No. So let's use this. We'll use these here. I'd like more of a pure white. Yeah, let's do that. We could have used orange, but they don't have orange and white. I wish they had orange and white. I guess we could use these. How much are these chairs? 85. How much are these chairs? 425. Okay. No, yeah, these $85 ones look really nice. Those look really good. I think those will do just fine. We don't need to search around anymore for anything else. And then let's put out a lounger. The lounge is kind of expensive, but let's go ahead and put a lounger out there. Again, we'll go with the white. I'd like to do 2 loungers. I'm going to wait. Let's see how much money we end up having left at the end here. Because I don't think I can afford it. I think even spending $100,000 on this house, I can't afford it. I just can't afford it. Let's see. Do we need anything else back here? We've got kind of our walk and all already established. I do want to put windows back in. There we go. I do want to put some bushes around this side. Like so. Hopefully we can afford that. Okay, now that we have our pool area kind of in a basic look to it, let's see here, 82,000. I don't know. I guess we're doing okay. You know, if I'm going to go with an upwards, an upwards curve of $100,000 or so, I guess we're doing okay. And in that case, I'm going to go ahead and put another lounger out here. We're going to splurge. We're going to go crazy. We're going to go all out, put 2 loungers out here. Yes, we are. Let's turn it kind of like this kind of, let's pull this over here. There we go. I'm going to put 2 of those out there. Now let's go upstairs and take a look. I'm going to outfit a little area to study for the kid, for the child. Let's give him a desk and a computer, maybe a bookshelf up here as well. Just go through the room setting. To filter all these items again, hopefully I won't unfilter them, which I am prone to do. Let's see here. Let's look at our desk options. We have this. This is the new one with the new pack, and I do like this a lot. I haven't used it too much yet. I've only been playing with infants, and they don't need a desk. Now, it is a little bit kiddie, right? A little. It's a little bit like for a kid, like a little kid. But I'm going to give it a bit of a pass because it could be the sort of thing that, he grew up with. And now, he's kind of outgrowing it, but he's not a teenager yet. And his parents are not going to replace that yet. It's still good. It's still got plenty of use in it. You take care of that thing. So let's go with this color here. Well, I don't know. We've got that color of closet. Let's make it a little bit darker. Let's go with that because I do kind of like these color of drawers here. He's going to need a chair and a computer. That's cool. Let's use that. What colors do we have here? Does it come in white? It does come in pure white. It's got that. I'm going to try for blue with that blue and brown, and then let's see what we have over here for the bed. Yeah, let's go with that because it's kind of blue and brown as well. And we'll pull together a laptop here for them. Kind of expensive, I know, $1,650. If we really run into money problems, we'll go down to this, right? The how low can you go desk block. We will go to that, but for now we're going to try. He's like a computer genius, and we're trying to support his intellectual development. And so yeah, that's where we are. That's where we're at. Let's put this here. I don't know if this will fit double size. I usually use it double size, but I don't think. This room is a little bit small. It's a suburban house bedroom, right? Yeah, that's not really going to do it for us. How about this? We haven't used this yet. Got that style. This is pretty cool. Kind of big. Let's make it smaller. Maybe like that. What other colors do we have to play around with here? That. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I do like this too. I use these two a lot. Like to kind of get away from that, I think. We've got that. That's kind of cool for a kid's room. It's got all the colors in it. So let's go with that. We're going to pull it out from the bed just a little bit. You know, this is going to be the sort of place where he sits with friends on the ground. They kind of hang out, you know. And we're going to call that good. Well, man, let me look at my money. Again, let's see here, $85,000. We're going to call that good for now. I might come back and put a bookshelf in here, like a wall-mounted bookshelf or something like that. But let's go over here to the toddler's room. We can put another toy chest up here. Toys, toddlers. What kind of stuff? That is a rattle, probably more for an infant, but we could grab this kind of toy chest. So this is one of my favorites. I do like this sort of monster, you know, monster looking toy chest, right? Let's put it over here. There's still just not a whole lot for toddlers, really. I mean, aside from like a toy chest, you know, toys. I'm going to see, let's grab him a bookshelf for sure. I guess we could put the dollhouse up here. I didn't put a dollhouse outside, and I don't even know about putting one up here, you know, because it's like giant. Oh, we've got these. Oh man, how much are they? 310. How much is that? Oh man. Okay. I do want to do these. These are really cool. I'm going to get this one, I think. I think it kind of matches his bed. Good enough, anyway. Does it have like a green selection? Yeah, let's do that. Green and red, and it's a little green bed. So yeah, okay, that's cool. Let's do that. And then I do want to take a look at the playhouses. Let's go under toys. I love this. Did this come with Parenthood? I kind of forgot this came with Parenthood. I'm going to put this over here in the kids' room. Like I said, even though he's kind of growing up, he's still a little bit of a kid, right? So I'm going to put this over here. This is so on the rug. You know, now let's see here. This is why I don't want to do a house in here. It's because of that. Look how big it is. I can shrink it. I can shrink it like that. My favorite is actually the one that looks like a tree. I actually really like that sort of house better. But that's not part of the 3-packs that we're using. So let's look at this. Oh, and it comes in green, though. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. It's cute. It is cute. And shrunk down, it won't make a huge difference, really. It'll be fine. Let's grab this in green. Can we make it bigger in here? I think it'll work in here. Let's see. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I think it might still be for me to double it up. Like, now, you know what I can do? You know what I can do? I could use it because we can use the tool mod. Max's has a set. You can make it double size, like 200%, right? But with the tool mod, instead of doing a full 200%, we can go in here and scale it up to like, say, 150%. Aha! And then it covers more of the floor, right? But it doesn't, you know, go outside the boundary of the room. In fact, let's try 160% on that. Yeah. So then we get a little bit bigger rug here where there, you know, where you can sit and play on it more. But it doesn't have to be fully 200% of the size of itself. We're going to adjust this a little bit so that there is carpet space for this, and carpet space over here by the toy box, and carpet space by the bookshelf. Right? Right. That looks pretty good for a little kid's room. You know what else I need to do, though? I'm going to have to check some of the lighting. I mean, right now I've kind of got this, cheap kind of puck lighting everywhere. I would like to do something a little bit nicer for at least some of these rooms and some of this space. So let's turn off the sun. I do have to leave that there. It's my chimney. Keeps the chimney looking correct. Anything too sophisticated. Now in the adults' room, I would like to do like a ceiling fan. And I'm probably going to have to look that one up. Let's see what we got here. We've got the plum blob. And we've got dizzy palms. We'll go with this one. Like so. And then we'll leave the puck light in the middle of it so that's what it looks like, is acting as a light, right? We haven't done a whole lot with the parents' room. We do need to do something here. Again, I don't really feel like I need to put in an office up here because they have an office downstairs. So let's grab maybe a couple of chairs for up here by the window, a couple of chairs and a table, right? Table in between. We could do, I love these. They're not too expensive. $510, little expensive, but not too bad. There's an orange version of that. See the green, is that it? Yeah. It's kind of this orangish version. And does it match the bed okay? Matches the bed okay, I guess, sure. So we'll put that over here. Throw a table in between. This is the sort of thing that like bedrooms have, like a little setup, like they're going to read or hang out there and nobody ever uses it. And pretty soon, you go and like if you have a cat, basically the cat will use it. Now the cat will sit there all day long and love you for it. And one day you go over there and you just notice that it's just covered with cat fur and you wonder, is your cat underneath all that fur somewhere? But that's all it gets used for is cat bed. And that's fine. Like I said, the cat will love you for it. We'll go with that setup there with our end tables. We could put a bookshelf in here, I suppose. I don't know why. Why does that say off the grid? Is it just, I guess just because. I thought that only popped up if I was building an off the grid house. This isn't off the grid, is it? Great acoustics, good light, nothing else. Okay. Now we have these new bookshelves, which are a little more adult. I love these. These are cheaper to do 2 of these. That's what I use in the office downstairs, but I hate to use the same thing, so I'm not sure what's the difference between these reclaimed bookshelf and reclaimed bookshelf. They're the same price, right? And they look the same, essentially. Oh, it says there's more shelving space. Is there? Yeah, maybe there's just more slots. Let's see if there's more slots. We're going to go ahead and put that in there. And then maybe grab a rug for them for this room as well. And if I have money, I might throw in some plants around here. That's going to be my hallmark for this build. If I have the money, let's see what kind of rugs we could maybe get away with. I love this rug, but like I said, I used it downstairs. I don't want to use it again up here. But the colors work pretty well. I guess we could use something like this. Let's see what we got here. For the bed, and then maybe something else over here by the chairs. Have a couple of different rugs going on. What should we use? We got this whole thing. That's expensive though, isn't it? Yeah, well, not too bad. So we got that. And we just got another variation of this, right? So we could go with something. Something kind of floral, maybe we could. I don't know that I really like it. Even though it, it is here, it is something we could use. I guess I could use something that kind of matches downstairs in the living room. That's what I'm kind of wanting to do is use that maybe, or that. In fact, that. Let's go with that. Let's go with that, and let's see how much money we're up to real quick before we go any further. 90,000 essentially. So we got about 10,000 playroom left here. I would like to put in a different light fixture for the dining room. The bathroom is fine. The bathroom I could accessorize. Now, again, we could put toilet paper in. We could put some towel racks in. That's going to be a definite, if I have the money type of situation. I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to try to find a better, nicer lighting option. Now, one thing I've been using a lot is this. I do really like that. But I've been using it a lot, but we could make it bigger like that, right? Really substantial. Maybe that's almost too substantial. Looks almost like a corporate lobby. Kind of a corporate lobby lighting fixture. Let's take that out. We have these, right? We could do something like this. And we could even, kind of double it like that. It's really bright. But kind of, lights the space up. The other stuff, we could do. Now, of course, this is modern. Obviously, it's meant for, the recreation center, but we can make it a little smaller and see if maybe that works for our space. I think it would. I think it does work for the space. Kind of have it centered over our table there. And we'll do it in a nice warm tan, nice warm sort of gold. Okay, so that's better. We got that settled there. Plenty of light down here, plenty of light around here. Again, with the living room. Now let's, a lot of living rooms forego overhead lighting, right? Mine doesn't. Mine does have an overhead light, but a lot of them kind of forego it and they just use lamps. Now, in order to use lamps, we would have to have put a lamp on it. Let's look at that. Let's investigate what we have here for our tables again. We have that, which I've already used over here to turn into planters, right? So I don't want to use that again. We have this table is not too bad. We have this thing, which I just have not, I haven't really gotten into it. It has kind of an 80s, 90s kind of look, sort of. But I don't know. Not really my deal, I guess. We have this. This is my old standby. Let's see. Could do it in white. You know what we could do? That comes in a larger version. Like that. Now let's see, maybe with the white. Let's go with that color on it. And then we can put a piece of art here on the wall and a couple of lamps on there. So let's grab some art first. Wrong thing. Let's grab some art here. Now, one thing I love from the new pack is I love these new travel posters. The one thing I don't love is that they're travel posters. So I don't know I don't know. Does that look okay? Something like that in the living room, the formal living room. I mean, It kinda does, you know? I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but it also looks a little bit like a movie poster, so I'm a little concerned that, you know, maybe it's not the right spot for it. We could do these, though. These are good old standbys, and they kind of match the table underneath it, right? So let's grab those, and then let's grab some lamps for the table up above. This is the cutest thing ever. I love this light. I'm going to put this upstairs. Shoot, where could I put it? I could either put it in the toddler's room. Not much room in there, though. Or I could put it here, maybe on his desk. Again, is it a little bit young maybe for his age? Maybe, but I'm going to call it kind of a holdover because I love it. It is so cute. I just love that. I mean, this is cute little fox there going about his old fox business. Oh, and we could do blue. Look at the blue. That's really cute. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm going to go with that blue. That is so cute. I love it. And it might be okay. You know, my son might like that. It kind of looks like a Pokemon, right? So, you know, we're going to call it a Pokemon and call it good. I'm going to scoot that back just a little bit. Got enough room there to scoot back a bit. Let's drop back down here. See what we have for buffet counter lighting. I guess I could put those down here too, right? I could. I did put them in one living room. I put them in a living room, and I think they're fine. No trouble with it. I like those, but I think we're going to have to make them a little bit shorter. And we're going to do a pair of them. And let's see here. Move that up just a little bit. The color on these, we might change around. What have we got to work with? Let's go with that. A little bit darker tone to it. Okay, so that takes care of that buffet. I guess, again, we could put some plants on there. We could put some knickknacks on there. Neither one of which is incredibly necessary. I want to put columns here by the stairs, but I'll tell you what, the thing is, they're going to disappear. In case you've never ever played The Sims before and this is the first time you've ever seen it, they're going to disappear, but I would love to kind of cover up that gap, right? The gap that we have there, so I don't know. Over here, but I don't know if it'll fit. I'm going to need some lighting in there, though. We'll wait. We'll come back to that. Let's look at our art here. Oh, we've got this. This is classic, right? That thing, right? The classic garage sale find. We have that. Is so cute. That's so awesome. Let's see here. In fact, some of this stuff I might want to put in the family room, actually. We could go with this doll. She's always a great fallback for decor, you know. Kind of looks like they've been traveling. Maybe I should put the travel poster up and put her under it. I could, you know, tie the two of them together. We got the rabbit. We've got the pig. Got a ton of gnomes. And sometimes I do bring gnomes into the house to use as decor, but then, you know, they get up to mischief and then I have to throw them in the recycler, and it's not a happy day when you have to recycle a gnome because he's being too naughty. We do have this. It's kind of cool. Guess I would have to artificially lift it into place, but that's okay. Kind of looks a little weird. Take that off. I'm surprised that doesn't fit on the table. On that table. I'm kind of surprised by that. And we've got this, you know, the bust. Let's scan through this stuff real quick and see what we have that might work. I love these little dolls. I know they're silly. The My Sims dolls. I do use those a lot for kids' rooms and sometimes for young adults type stuff too. Like I might collect those and set them out somewhere. Probably wouldn't bother me. Let's see here. We have this stuff. We have this new stuff that is kind of cool. Are those the only two that we've got, I think? Again, kind of like travel mementos. For now, I am going to put those there and then we'll just kind of see if there's anything else as we scan through here. At least those are new, right? And they look new. I haven't seen them all over the place yet, like everything else I normally use. Because normally I'm like, oh, I'll use this again. Oh, I'll use this again. Oh, I'll use this again. Let's recenter that light in here. We could use the light on the desk, but it's not absolutely necessary. We do need a light in the bathroom. Grab that. Like so. I wouldn't mind putting something in the middle of the table. Again, maybe something like just some flowers, I guess. I don't think that will fit. Oh, it does fit. Okay, let's do that. What colors do we have? Go with that. These windows are just almost too big for this sink area, but I did want the windows to match and balance on this house, so everything is kind of symmetrical, so we're using them. I don't have any bar stools out for the bar yet. I think I will put some out here, and I also think I'm going to go ahead and swap that out so I can maybe do a 3-seater bar stool on each side here, maybe. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Like that. And like that. So, it doesn't come across exactly right, but let me try this. That's not too bad. I think we could do that. I don't think that's too bad. It's a really big bar area. I mean, in reality, it'd probably be more like this. And they would just kind of overlap. And we can do that. I mean, we could do that. Let me go ahead and just do that. Again, I'm going to have that stutter, right? You get that kind of stutter there, but let's go in with our tool mod. Let's do this again. Let's make it just ever so slightly smaller. That should fix it. As I recall, I hope I'm right on this, right? I can't remember if it works with cabinets or not, but I think so. Yeah, see there we go. It's gone. And then we'll do the same thing over here. We're going to scale this down to 1/100% smaller, right? So you can't actually tell that it's any smaller, but it does keep it from being on the exact same coordinate as the other cabinet, and thereby they won't interfere with each other. They won't cause that graphical stutter from using Move Objects On. And then we can go over here and we'll put in a couple of bar stools over here. We could put a rug here in the dining room as well. We might. I want to have some money for some more landscaping outside. I want to do some flowers and stuff up front. And believe me, I'm going to do a house where there is no financial limit and there is no limit on anything, all the packs. This just isn't it. So let's go ahead and grab some bar stools and then let's look at our landscaping from there. Base game, growing together, and parenthood. And the Peacemaker ones and base game, which is really cool. So we've got this. This is cool. Comes in a kind of a blue. It comes in an orange. Comes in white. I think that's what, brown? Yeah. I like the blue, but I wish the legs were silver to match the handles on the appliances and stuff. Let me check that again. Whoops, wrong thing. Let's see what we have. Black. We could do that. Let's just do, well, we don't even have to use it. We could grab something else. We've got this. And it does match. So let's do that. Let's just grab the Parenthood one, which actually matches the cabinets there. We could do them over here as well. I just don't know that there's any real reason to. Although we could move that over here. But nah, I think we'll leave it like this. So that's looking pretty good, right? Right. Let's go outside. Let's take a look at our landscaping for the front here. And let's look at our budget for the front here. Where's the mailbox? What kind of mailbox did they stick me with on this lot? I don't see it anywhere around here. There's got to be one, though, right? Surely. But I don't see a mailbox. So, we better grab a mailbox. And let's see how much money we've spent. $92,005. So we still got a little ways left to go before we hit the wall. See what kind of mailbox we'll grab. We've got this one. I love Willow Creek mailbox. It's really pretty. And I think that's what we're going to use. The rest of them either are not part of packs. You know, the part of packs I'm not using, or we got that, right? So let's use this Willow Creek one. Just like that. Now, for landscaping. Let's see here. I'm going to put some flowers in. I am kind of torn about whether or not I should leave any grass exposed out here. I mean, is there a real call for it? No, not really. We could do just ground cover across the whole thing and some floral sort of, stuff. Let's take a look at our options again. Let's see what we have to work with. We have Parenthood, which I think has nothing as far as landscaping goes. And I don't think Growing Together did either. No, yeah, Growing Together didn't have anything. So it's all going to be base game assets as far as landscaping. So that's okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so kind of wildflowers, which are pretty. We have this sort of thing, right? Which, if we then grab this malva, and kind of make it bigger. Then it doesn't look quite out of place, but maybe not. And we have good old standby rose bush, right? The rose or the sun rose bush. Is that what's called sun rose bush? So I use that all the time. I also use this all the time. Do a row of those across here. So let's see here. Let's just see how it looks. Let's go ahead and do just the sort of typical thing I would do across here, which would be like this. We'll watch that money, kind of add up. Something along those lines, right? Which does not look too bad, but it's kind of pretty. I mean, that's why I use it a lot, because it is pretty. And then we could do the same over here, you know. Like so. Okay, so then, you know, we've got kind of this little landscape set up, right? Very pretty, it looks very suburban, looks very much like what you're going to find in the suburbs. And then we could come in with some of this terrain paint. I've just been kind of getting into terrain paint here lately. I don't use it very often, but I have been doing a little bit of shadowing under this stuff. And what can I say? It does look pretty good. The other thing I go in sometimes and do is just lay down the flooring tile that looks like dirt, but at least the terrain paint is free, right? So we can do this terrain painting all day long and it doesn't cost us anything at all. So, and even though I was kind of unsure about it, I have to admit it did kind of add a little something to the overall look. I don't want to get too heavy with it, and I might come back with the eraser in a little bit and trim that up a bit. But for now, you know, it does kind of give a little more dimension to this sort of front area, right? Kind of gives a little more look. And we might shadow under this tree a little bit as well. Let's make that a little bit smaller. So that gives you kind of an idea. I won't necessarily go through and shadow everything right now, but that is kind of what it ultimately would kind of start to look like, is something like that. And then maybe around the tree, again, just to give it kind of a more natural look. Maybe we're going to have a little bit of grass growing around it, right, where it was kind of hard to weed eat it or something. So we might stick a little kind of loose grass around it. And for now, leave that like that. And over here, we'll go ahead and pull this out and this out, this out. Put that in there. And we'll do a line of these purple flowers over here. Do. Kind of like that. Not too bad. I might tinker with that a little bit. We'll see. If I pull it out a little bit more, like I said, I might need to kind of ratchet it back a little bit. Or, so like if we did here, around there, something more like that. It's something I'll have to play around with a little bit, but that gives you more of an idea. Which looks better, dark or light? Just roll it back. Let's just put it back the way it was, right? We'll leave it like dark for the moment. I think I might make that a little bit smaller as well. It's weird. Let's see here. Go smaller. But just a little patch of it here. Just a little bit of new growth around there. And just a little bit back here, right? Someone needs to come out and pull the weeds. Now the side here has nothing on it so far. I probably will leave nothing on it. I'm not planning on putting anything there. We might go ahead and grab one of those sunrose bushes, though. Put back here. Kind of right there, right? I'll come back and kind of maybe shadow that in a little bit. We're going to break up some of this, so it doesn't look quite so in a line. It's a little bit more natural. Break up the pattern a little bit there. Same thing over here. Got kind of that same look to every single row type of thing. Okay, there we go. And what else could we do here? Probably all sorts of things, but let's take a look here and see what we've got. I think one thing we could do is we'll go ahead and grab some of this malva, right? Curved malva. Put a little curved section under here. For the bush, for the sunrose bush. And we'll do kind of the same thing over here. Kind of like that. And then we could grab these particular flowers and just let me get in past a tree here. Just kind of maybe bring them around like this and kind of an arch. Or an arc. Like so. Yeah, that's not too bad. I might play around with the placement of those just a little bit, just to make sure we get just really dead on where we want it, right? And I'll fill in back here with dirt when I do that terrain paint underneath the front of this. That way it won't look like green grass back there. It won't look so solid. Put a little version of that bush there. Now, ideally, I would love to run bushes around the whole edge of this particular fence, or hedges, but I don't know that I want to spend the money on that. Let's see how much money do I have left here. We're at $93,000. I have about $7,000 left. I think, though, I would like to put some more knickknacks and clutter in the house. Is what I'm thinking. I think the landscaping here looks pretty good at the moment. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't know that we need much else on the front porch or much else going on here. Oh, you know what might be fun? I don't think we have a rocking chair. Do we have that old? We have the one rocking chair, right? Let me look here. I kind of would like to put a rocking chair on the front porch, but I think since I'm not using this pack, right, the knitting pack for this build. Now, again, for my own personal use with it, not uploaded, yeah, I'm going to probably dig out a rocking chair. I do think that this pack, the new pack, came with a rocking chair of some sort, this or this. But both of those, both of those aren't really what I think of when I think rocking chair, right? Like I don't really think that. That looks like a, I don't know. It looks like a rocking chair you'd see in an office, maybe. Waiting room, right? Like a doctor's office waiting room circa 1973, like a OBGYN circa 1973. That's what you would see in the waiting room. Same thing goes with this. I mean, I don't I don't know what era that they did this sort of rocker. Like, but I've never seen a rocking chair like that. I've never seen a rocking chair like that or like that. Neither one. Now I can tell from the style, kind of like maybe what era it was supposed to be in, but I've not seen a rocking chair like that. I've only seen like those old fashioned style rockers or kind of like porch rockers. Like I had porch rockers once. So we're not going to put a rocking chair, but when I use this in the version I don't upload, the version where I own knitting stuff, I'm going to put a knitting style rocker out here. Here in the back, oh yeah, I did want to put a few things. Speaking of clutter, let's go ahead and put a few things up out here just to kind of dress up our garden area a little bit. That is on the list of things I wanted to do. If I can, where's my dining room table? This one here, this is perfect for that. You know, this great kind of salvage looking table out here. And we'll put, there's like some sort of tools and stuff that we can put on it. Let's see. Like this, right? The Florist Dream Starter Kit. We're going to put that on there. And I think we'll, how much are these? These aren't very expensive. Let's put let's put a little flower pot there. Kind of looks like, you know, they're working on something. They're kind of, you know, maybe they're transplanting something. So we got that, right? Got a little bit of a look there. Now, I thought about using this. I love to use this with gardening, but, you know, this doesn't really look right, like right there, right? And there's not a lot of room here by the back door, but I guess maybe like this would be okay. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad, you know? I think we can go with that. I do. I think we can go with that. So we're going to go with that. We're going to put that there. And what colors do we have? We have that. We have that. We're going to go with the standby. We're going to go with good old trusty there, the regular color. So we've got those in place. Now we could do some terrain paint out here. And in fact, I think that we shall. Let me take a look at this real quick. Let's pull this here. And my thought is that we'll go here and we'll grab some terrain paint real quick. And we'll make it look like we have kind of a little pebbled area. Again, sometimes I will just use this stuff, right? Where is it? This. Okay, so one thing we can do, now this costs, this actually is free. But one thing we can do is we just grab that. I'm in the roofs. We grab it with the floor tile version, right? And we can just do this, right? Just quickly fill it in. Kind of give the impression that there's an area here to walk on, right? Now it looks really complete. It doesn't look entirely natural for a garden. I will give terrain paint that. Terrain paint does look more natural as far as execution. So let's go out here and we'll grab this, grab our terrain paint, and move that much smaller. And we're going to start by filling in like this, right? Let's make it a little bit heavier. So it's going to end up looking a little more kind of hand poured, right? A little more hand poured here. And we could even go in and kind of, well, not quite like that, but kind of bleed it out a little bit, you know, just kind of maybe, let's try that again. Maybe make it look a little bit like it's kind of bled off into the grass a little bit. So it's not quite so hard of an edge, right? It's a little bit much. And I might even go in and kind of do a little dirt here around this part as well. Sometimes I do that. I will admit I take like this, even though I don't normally use terrain paint much, and I'll do like a little spot under the water hose. You know how the water hose always drips and there's always that muddy spot around it, right? Where nothing grows, even though that should be the wettest place in the yard. So put that there to represent that. And like I said, if we wanted to, we could go in kind of dirty it up a little bit. Maybe a little bit heavier here by the water. Makes it look a little more used. And then we could go ahead and just go in here and completely fill in, like I said, kind of this part here. And maybe stick a few plants or flowers or something back in there as well, right? Let's actually let's take that out. Blur that up a little bit more. And we could go through with this like all day long, tinkering around with, terrain paint to kind of bleed into this, these rocks, kind of make the rocks look a little kind of dirty, they've kind of been walked on and stuff like that, right? Okay. I'm not going to get too much more into it. It looks okay. I'll probably put might try putting a few plants around there, maybe. Or blur that out a little bit more. Kind of like that. I'll probably work on a little bit more before this goes up on the gallery. And the great thing is if it doesn't look that great and people don't like it, it's super easy just to erase the whole thing. Grab a giant eraser and erase the whole thing. Back here, I do want to put some sort of little bush or something, though. Let's, maybe something like this. Maybe not. How about this one, maybe? Sort of evergreen-looking bush tucked in back here. I might come in later and terrain paint under this bush as well. Maybe. Again, that's a maybe. We'll see. One thing we can do, again, that makes it look a little more realistic is just paint a little bit of dead area there where that toddler has slid the hell out of that grass, right? He's ridden that thing 300 times in a row. And it has just caused, the grass to just kind of wear away. Would you've ever been to a park, something like that? You know exactly kind of what I'm talking about there, where that's where the feet hit over and over and over. And we'll do a little spot back here too, where he gets on. And these are kind of the same way. We could go through here and kind of draw a line where these kids have just ruined this yard, right? They have just ruined this yard. Playing on that swing, playing on that slide. But it looks a lot more kind of authentic there and realistic, that's for sure. One thing I used to love to do, I don't know if we still have it, we do, is this. You can go in and sometimes just kind of do around the edge a little bit so it looks a little bit drier around the edge, like it's kind of dried out here. And it, in the middle where water would collect when it rains, it's a little bit darker, so because it hasn't completely dried out in the middle, right? Kind of like that. For now, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to leave that the case. I might change my mind on it, maybe. Like I said, it's super easy to erase and either redo or just kind of leave off completely. Old Trusty. This is what I also consider Old Trusty. This is like the quintessential perfect patio plant. I think that's what I'm calling it. Now, I do look like I'm having some connection issues. I hope that is not my live stream dropping. I hope it's just on my end in my neighborhood. Looks like I'm back now, hopefully. Hopefully it's not too screwed up. Fingers crossed. I've been having some issues, with the whole internet service thing. So let's see here. That looks pretty good. Let's go into the kitchen, and we could throw a few clutter items into the kitchen since we have a little bit of extra money. Let's look at maybe putting some art on these walls. Now, that's one place where it might be cool to put those travel posters, would be here in the kitchen, maybe. Like one here, and then we'll change it to that. And we've got a whole bunch of kitchen stuff. We could put something like this out here, even though technically it's kind of a bathroom thing. Throw that on there. Hooper's standing there getting in trouble at the moment. He has been bad. He does not mean to be bad, but he has been bad. So he is getting in trouble. Let's put these tools over here by the sink. And put a chopping block over here by the stove. We'll go ahead and put like this. How much is this? $500. $500 for a spice rack, which I can tell you right now came from Williams-Sonoma because it cost $500. So obviously, they got it from Williams-Sonoma, and that's why it cost so much, and we're just going to roll with it. We're just going to call that good. I do like these things as well. Let's go over here and put this outside, like here on the back porch. Because I'm going to spend this money. I've already decided we're going to go all the way to $100,000 on this. That was kind of my upper limit. Let's just do it. Why try to hold back? Why do $98,000 instead of the full 100? Why, what for? Let's go ahead and see what else we might put into the kitchen here. Maybe we could put that somewhere in the kitchen, like maybe here. Take notes, and stuff. Now, this is cute. I love this. This is from Parenthood. It is the sort of thing that you find in, kitchens and places. I'm going to put it in here. Like maybe here. Put it over here. It's a little bit too big. We are going to make it a little smaller, but we're going to put it in there. Real quick before we leave, I think I will grab a few. There's some new items that maybe we could use in here. It's part of our family room. We've got those sort of clutter boxes there already. I'm thinking maybe we put this mess there, crafting mess. And a stack of baskets here. Let's try doing a different color. I don't know. I'm looking at all these thinking, I don't know which ones do I like. We'll go with that one. That one's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. No, not really. Just get something on there. Newborns will wait on that stuff. Do we have anything else? I've already placed those somewhere. We can go ahead and throw this on here. That way it, kind of acts as a library as well. And this is cute. Let's put this little basket of stuff kind of back here. And I'm going to try not to get too wrapped up in the whole color of it. Like that. And I need to look at lighting. I don't think I have any lighting in this room yet. Also, let's do a quick fix here using the tool mod on this upper cabinet. I think something tells me it doesn't work on upper cabinets, but we're going to try. I think that's the one thing that does not work on. But again, we're going to try making it just ever so slightly smaller than itself, and it did work. So, but it changed it to that. Oh, shoot. Okay, so that won't work. Let's just leave it out. It doesn't really need to turn the corner. It can just be straight across. Just do that. And let's look at lighting. We'll turn off the sun. See what kind of lighting we have in this room. One thing that'd be good in this room too, I think, just like upstairs, is a ceiling fan. So let's grab a fan. And then since we have a ceiling fan, we can always stick, a puck light in it. And it should pretty much light up the whole room and look perfectly natural. Most ceiling fans do have a light kit with them. We might go ahead and put in, set that like that. Let's go ahead and put in a light fixture over here for Hooper when he's playing. I use that in the living room. I don't know that I really want to use it back here. How about this? This is good. We'll do that, and we'll do it in a gold color, like so. So like I said, that gives Hooper some kind of color back there. And I'm going to give him a little rug to play on as well. Again, if I had a kid and he's playing back here in the corner with his toys and stuff, I'm going to put some sort of rug probably out there for him to play on. We'll probably, let's use babies first. Like, I love that. That's so cute. Let's use all the animals are here to play with Hooper. We'll put those there. And again, maybe it's a little bit, it's for a baby, and Hooper's not a baby. He's a big boy. But, it's his old rug from his room. Now it's down here to play on. That way, if it gets stuff on it, gets kind of messy, no big deal. One thing we're missing, oh no, I can't use it. Shoot. I'm only using 3 packs, of course, and Seasons is not one of them. So I don't think I have an umbrella stand, right? We only have an umbrella stand with Seasons. So yeah, I guess I won't be pulling out the umbrella stand. Let's see here. We could grab a quick table though. Grab another quick table for back here. I usually put an umbrella stand by the door, and I was actually thinking, oh, an umbrella stand would be really cool right there. But since we're not doing it, That's all there is to it. This looks like it would probably match that table set right there pretty well. Let's put that there. Softly tight, though. Yeah, I think that's a little bit too tight. I'm not going to put that there. It's just a little bit too big. Is Peacemaker's table a little smaller, maybe? A little. It's a little bit smaller. There's a little bit less impact. I think they're all about the same size. I'm hoping I'm going to stumble upon this one that's just a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner, that I somehow missed in all these years. I'm not going to, so we'll use this one. And when I play test it, hopefully the Sims will be able to get to that table without any trouble. Kind of the game table there. Go with that. And then we'll go ahead and put on a lamp onto that table of some sort. So let's see here. Growing together and parenthood. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we have here for this table that I haven't already used in this build, right? Because I'd like to maybe do something different back there with that. But there aren't a lot of options that I haven't used that I want to use. Something like that, I guess. Kind of brightens up the area. It's not too bad. I think we can leave it like that. This is kind of a family room. It can be a little mishmatchy, you know. It can be kind of a little cobbled together looking. And that is getting us really close to kind of done. Let's give the parents in here, the dads, let's give the dads a lamp in here maybe on the desk to see by. We'll go upstairs. Yeah, it isn't too bad, I guess, in here. I don't use a lot of curtains because you can't open and close them. And there just weren't very many I liked with these 3 packs either. Being limited to these 3 packs, I kind of just ended up thinking, just leave it. Let's take a look at maybe instead of art in this room, we could do something, with wallpaper, something like that. We have this. The room's kind of in blues, so we could kind of mark off these sort of areas as like little alcoves, right? Kind of indicate different areas for doing things. I guess we could take it all the way around here, like so. But then if I do that, shouldn't I do this too? And that's how it starts, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it starts. Put that there. The room looks pretty good, though. I do think it's probably fine. You know what we could maybe use? Let's take a look here. We could grab, since they like to travel with this new pack, right? It's kind of the thing, kind of into traveling. Grab some of these postcards. And let's put a few, maybe he's got a little bit of a postcard collection going on here. Up above his desk. Who have we got? Moonlight Falls, Sunset Valley, Bridgeport. There should be maybe a few more. Let's see what else we've got down here. Lunar Lakes. Put it on there. These are my favorite, actually some of my favorite worlds from The Sims 3. Midnight Hollow. It's one of my favorites. So we'll just put some of my favorites here from The Sims 3. Bridgeport, Lucky Palms, Lunar Lakes, Midnight Hollow, all 3 ones that I really like. So we're going to put them on there. We also have Barnacle Bay. Barnacle Bay is pretty cool, but I think we'll just stick with what we've got. And we're going to go and grab this little knickknack and put it here. That's one of his souvenirs from traveling, this sort of cable car, right? And we'll kind of leave that personalization there. Now, Hooper in here. Let's see if we can't find something like this, right? Put this in a green. I really don't like it because it's got that crown molding on it, though. So, how about this? Let's do this. Nice sunrise or sunset, and we'll throw in some of the decals, right? The tree decal. This is my favorite, floating away. Very romantic, very kid-like, right? Put the balloons up there. I use that all the time. It really is one of my favorites to use. And we'll grab these trees, of course. We've got these, but I don't know about the look on these. I like it okay. I actually really like this, perhaps a little bit better, that look. You know? Let's do that. I guess we could do that. That's cute, right? Back here behind the castle. So he's got a little few things to look at there, and let's do, oh, you know what we need? Let's put in this thing, please God. Because otherwise, he's going to be screaming and crying every single night. There's a monster under his bed, and it doesn't matter what you do. He's going to gobble him up in the night. So we're going to put that there. Save our baby from that monster. What's this here? We got this. Yeah, let's put that there. Actually, let's move that. Let's put that over here by the closet. Right? When he's getting dressed, he may want to check and see how tall he is today because he's growing up. He's big now. He is not little. He is not a baby. And then maybe Tooth Fairy poster over that. In fact, let's put the Tooth Fairy poster right over his bed. It's kind of a guardian. And we're going to put this guy right here, right by his bed. See, Pikachu is going to protect you from everything. Don't worry about it. It's got that ought to do for his room. Here in the adults' room, what do we have? I'd like to put a little table there. Let's try. How much money do I have left? Let's take a quick look. Ooh, boy. $2,000 is about all I have left. So let's see here. Let's put a little table there. Something inexpensive, right? Something not crazy. How much is this? This is not too bad. $175. Kind of got the look of the rest of that room. Let's see what other options we have for it. That color. Let's go with that. Yeah, well, I don't know. Or should we stick with that? Let's stick with that. That looks more like it kind of matches the bed, right? Let's look at our mirror options. We'll put a mirror here over this particular thing. And we've got this. Now, this works pretty well. I don't know color-wise if it matches that well, though. But it works for a lot of applications, you know. We have this. That thing's giant. We won't be using it. Let's try. We could do this if it has the right coloring again. It does not. And we don't have to put a mirror there. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. Maybe we don't put a mirror there. Maybe we just put some art or something there. Rather than agonizing over trying to get it to match. Let's see. This. I don't know if that really matches though, right? I don't think it does. Since they travel, let's go with this. I've got that down in the dining room as well, so we're going to do a slightly different version up here. So it doesn't, so it looks like it's from the same place, but it's not the same thing, right? Let's go with that. And that kind of matches the color of that, dresser, that cabinet, I guess, For lighting, we're not going to put any lamps over that table. We're going to go ahead and just put this. Some art light. We are going to grab a plant, though, for on this particular table by the window. Maybe this will fit. Will that fit? Does fit. This is one of my favorite new things from the pack. I love the way this looks, and it comes in an orange version, which is really nice. I love those orange flowers there. So that looks really cool. We've got that. We're going to put on maybe another plant over here, something small. That's actually a little too tall. We'll do it like that. And do we have anything else that we could kind of put on there? It's kind of a knick-knack, right? We have this. I might put this up here. Maybe again, we're selling the dream that you're actually going to set up here and luxuriate in the privacy of your own master bedroom, in chairs by the window, reading and enjoying your life, right? Right. Let's put this little, I don't want to put it on top, so maybe we won't put that there. We could put it over here. Since it's perfume, maybe it's the last thing you're going to grab on your way out the door. Give yourself a quick spritz of anti-stink spray, right? And what else? Maybe nothing else there. Maybe. You know what we could do real quick? Let's throw in some toilet paper. Just to be real for people, we're going to throw in some toilet paper. I'm going to need 3 rolls of toilet paper. Like so. Now, we could also put in I was thinking of putting in some towels, but there's not a real good place for a towel. I guess over here we could do this. We can find one in gold. Yeah, maybe like that. It's not exactly the gold I wanted, but it may have to do. Maybe I guess we could look at doing something like that. I don't really like the stripe. Okay. Move that up a little bit, like so. Now, let's see. Is there anything else we could use? You know what? We could do something maybe. Well, no, I've got a plant there already. Huh. Could maybe put a little plant over here. Again, something I consider kind of the old standby, right? The potted palm. Been around literally forever. And let's change the color of its bucket to that. Let's see how much money we spent. I could take this out. Use this. Do any of the woods match at all? Well, not really. Kind of that does. Let's, oh boy. I want to like it. I want to leave it. I guess we'll go with I guess we'll go with that. We'll go with that. You know, probably it wouldn't be perfect anyway, right? And maybe I should have kept that planter I just had. Put that up here, maybe. Do. I'm about to check and see how close am I to spending all my money. Let's see here. 99,761. So there's only like about $200 left to spend if we were even going to spend it. I don't know that we need to. That is probably close enough to $100,000 to call it good. There would be some more terrain painting that would have to be done. Few basic things like that. But all in all, you know, I think it looks like a pretty good house. I do like it. We could maybe, no, I don't think so. You know, I think it looks good. I do. I was gonna say maybe we could grab, how much are these hedges? 135. I would need like 3 of them. Like that, maybe, to dress up the front. It does add something there. That is true. Let's see how much that pushes over. $166. No, don't do this to me. Okay, so if I wanted to keep it right at a firm $100,000, oh boy, I don't care. I'm not going to keep it at a firm $100,000. That looks good. That is close enough, right? That looks good. $166 over is not that big a deal. When they get to closing, they're going to close on this house. Title company's going to be like, okay, now between the mortgage and your down payment and your escrow accounts and all this stuff, you still owe $166 at closing. So be sure and bring your checkbook with you so that we can settle that up. And you're going to be like, yeah, that's cool. No problem. Yeah, that's cool. And then that will be it. So that's it for this live stream. If you've enjoyed it, please hit like, subscribe, and notify for another stream. Now, I'm going to play test this house and do a little tinkering with some of the terrain paint, and then probably put it up this next weekend coming up. It should be up maybe Saturday, maybe Friday. Probably Friday, because it is essentially done. I just need to play test and make sure that, you know, people can sit here, right? People can sit here while someone's grilling, stuff like that. But otherwise, it is done. So yeah, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And in the meantime, like always, thank you for watching.